Breaking news, the King has moved to strip Prince Andrew of all his titles. Let's go live now to Europe correspondent Ben Downing. Now, Ben, this is a major move.
It is an enormous rift, Mon, that has just opened in House Windsor. King Charles moving to strip his brother of his title, Prince. Prince Andrew will now no longer be called Prince Andrew. Once this formal process that's been initiated tonight is completed, he will then be known as just Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Buckingham Palace has, in the last few moments, just issued a statement. I'll read it now. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge, that's his 30-room mansion on the Windsor estate, formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease, and he will move to alternative private accommodation. These censures, the palace says, are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. The palace also stresses that their majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and remain with the victims and survivors of any formal abuse. So he loses not only the title of Prince, he also loses the title of the Duke of York that was kept in abeyance, Earl of Inverness, Baron Killyleagh, and his style, His Royal Highness. The honours are not affecting his daughters, Princess Eugenie and Beatrice, though, but this has been a long time coming. The King sought to see this off and not take this step a week before, obviously, his accuser, Virginia Giuffre's memoir was released. It failed to stop the story of Prince Andrew overshadowing the King's once-in-500-year moment with Pope Leo when he, as the head of the Church of England, prayed with the Pope for the first time in centuries. Now he has taken the extraordinary step not seen since the end of the First World War, when English princes who were fighting for the Germans were stripped of their title prince. So this is more than a century in the making, really without modern precedent. So extraordinary. Prince Andrew, no longer known as Prince Andrew after this process is complete, will now only be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Mon?
All right, Ben, thank you very much for bringing us the update on that breaking news. It was really interesting. About a week after Virginia Giuffre's memoir has come out posthumously, and her brothers have been calling very hard for this. You know, you would imagine that they would be pleased with this result, but as they have said, Virginia is not here to see it.
And in that memoir, the descriptions of what she says happened are so horrific. We could not put those on national television. It is absolutely awful. Chevo and I were just going through this statement, and it ends with, "Their Majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been and will remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse." For the monarchy, for the King to make that statement and side with the victims, that's even a step further than we've seen, isn't it? Really significant. And also, too, to protect the integrity of the monarchy as well, because we saw the King was heckled at an appearance just the other day. So he would have said, this is it. This is it. We need to make a decision on how Andrew is dealt with, and has completely stripped all honours, all titles. We say that he's Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He's just Andrew now. That's it. Yeah, you're right.
Interesting that when he was stripped of the other titles, that was Andrew that had come out, very obviously pushed to do it, but this time stronger coming from the King himself, rather than Andrew saying, I have decided to relinquish these titles.
They've also said these censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him as well.
And the fact that we've just found out that he's been paying, you know, just a peppercorn lease for the lodge all these years. The British public didn't even realise that. Parliament is investigating. And, you know, while the Queen was alive, none of this was coming out.
Andrew, out in the cold.
Yeah.